Hello guys, welcome back to another stream. Today, Wednesday, we are doing something a little different. Aaron's busy, Aaron's not here, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to try playing a different game. And we are playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. As you can see on the screen right here, I have no saved games on it. All my gameplay on this has basically been mostly done on console, so it'll be all fresh. I did a little video on this right when I started streaming. I deleted that save though, whatever, it was a bit gimmicky, I didn't like it. What we're going to do is just like a full on playthrough. I'm going to make it a bit brighter than it should be because it just helps in a lot of places, and who cares. Yeah, that's... we don't care about things. Male, class. So, class-wise, first of all, I have no idea what I'm building here. I haven't planned ahead at all. Probably going to be rather just generic build, and for the fact that I don't know who I'm playing as or what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to start as a Pyromancer because they are the only class that starts at level 1, and for instance, if you look at the Sorcerer's levels and the Pyromancer levels, you actually save yourself a very small amount, but you actually save yourself, I think, a level in terms of end build. So it's actually better to start as a Pyromancer to be a Sorcerer in the end of the game. Always take the Master Key if you never knew that before. Don't really care about any of this. We're just going to have some short hair that's black. I'm not going to mess around customizing my character because you wear a helmet for this entire game, so who cares? Unless you're doing a cosplay build. I've done many of those in the past. So my thought for this was I can, in a way, give advice on how to play this game. I've not played this game in ages, by the way. Not for a long time. But I'm not exactly amazing at this game. I'd never say I would. I've never speedrun this game. I'm not a speedrunner. I don't know any of the glitches or how to do them. And I'm not the best in the world at PvP. I'm okay at it. But what I am going to doing is the game. Sticking to your strengths is the first thing I could say to anyone that wants to play this game. I don't know, even to this day I've seen a lot of people that aren't, I don't want to say that I'm bad at this game, but aren't learning, because the main, if you can see, he was up there. He's the first boss that you're meant to fight. You can fight him right now. I would highly recommend not to, though. You get a Demon Great Hammer for beating him right now. He is beatable right now. It's just going to take you a long time. My god, you best be good at dodging. Yeah, you just got to stick to what you're good at. And for me, one thing I'm not good at, and I can full well admit I'm terrible at, is parrying. So I don't try to parry. You can get through this game quite easily without parrying. The last boss is parryable. It makes him a joke if you are able to do it. And if you can do it, I'd highly recommend parrying for most of this game, to be honest, because a lot of things that you can parry, there's a lot of bosses you can't, but the basic enemies, you're just going to walk through and laugh at the game for the most part. But, no, it's not that I wouldn't be able to parry, I probably would. I guess I'm more of a victim of habit. On my first playthrough, I played a tank. It was one of the easiest builds to do ever. It's highly recommended for your first playthrough for me, but it's a little tricky on the first part of the game. It gets you a while to get damage, but you're not taking damage, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. I need to actually rest that bonfire. What am I doing? Rest this bonfire so that you don't have to run all the way through again. Because the last bonfire that you rest at is the bonfire you come back at. Other thing I should mention, because this is my first time playing Dark Souls on stream, That did not stop you hitting me at all. I thought it would. Apparently I was wrong. Obviously chat will have to wait during boss fights, but I will be checking it as often as I possibly can. One of the best things about Pyromancer is just the actual Pyromancy as a starting class is ridiculous at this point in the game. Pyromancy, to be fair, Pyromancy could take you all through the game quite happily. I shouldn't have rolled. I meant to roll backwards then rather than sideways. I'm not the best in the world at dodging attacks, but there's a fair few enemies in this game where the attacks are very readable. Timing is everything in this game. He, for some reason, didn't want to swing at me at all, which made him a joke. Backstabbing is ridiculous. I would highly recommend backstabbing as much as possible. Even though I've taken very little health, I'm going to chop up because it's a boss fight, you might as well. The shield is actually useless, so I don't know why I've not been just two-handing all the way through. Now if you wait too long, he's going to jump up on you, so you do want to drop down and start fighting as quickly as possible. I wouldn't recommend trying to shoot him with magic from up there or a bow or anything, depending on your starting class. As with most boss fights in this game, you basically just want to hug the backside of this fucker. You want to be hammering that guy's ass as hard as you possibly can. This is the best move you can do ever because it's just so easy to dodge and you just hit him in the face. I have a quick look at chat right now. Viewer of M Dragonfrost, welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I was saying I'm not the best at this game, but I thought for a lot of people new to the game, because even now, thanks to release of Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 and such like that, that people still haven't played this game and are still getting into it. So this is more of an advice thing for the noobs at the game, because for high level playing of this game and high level PvP stuff, I'm not the best at that. Now you're at the actual point that you can level up. Depending on what you want to do, is obviously depending on what you want to level up here. I would always highly recommend, no matter what your build is, getting to 12 dexterity, because this allows you to use the first bow that you can get, and there's just so many points in the game when you want to be able to use your bow. Obviously it doesn't matter if you can't actually do much damage with the bow. It's not that important, but I feel being able to actually use it might as well, because it's to lure enemies basically. There's certain points, like later on when there's 7 fucking Tauros demons in the lava pit, you need to lure those fuckers towards you. You're just a casual, but you know it in and out. I basically think that's the level that I'm at. I've done PvP builds and I've done rather successfully with them, but those PvP people you go up to, I actually went against a guy who was PvPing completely dressed as Artorias, to the point where his second arm had no weapon or shielding at all, it was just bare arm, and I went to attack him and he just parried me and one-shot me, and I was like, yep, I can't even complain to that. I'm nowhere near that level. I can PvP, I've done stupid PvP builds, I've done bare fist brawling PvP, that was fun as all hell. And I can do well at it, but I'm terrible at parrying. I need to actually get better at that, especially for Dark Souls 2, because I like PvPing a hell of a lot in Dark Souls 2. Yeah, PvE. It's what I do most. I mean, I love playing through this game. I can't ever... I'm trying to press L3 to fucking... not L3. Is it L3? Yeah. I'm trying to press the left analog stick in to jump there, which is very stupid of me. I'm too used to Dark Souls 2. I've not played Dark Souls 1 in a long, long time. To be fair, I've not played Dark Souls 2 for a few months. So... mistakes probably are going to happen. So, the reason you want the Master Key, for anyone who doesn't know, By the way, I'm going to be saying some random shit in this stream that is probably very simple for you to realise, but a lot of this is going to be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel as well, so I hope you can bear with me saying random crap that you probably already know. Yeah, the first thing you want to do, and the reason you want the master key, is so you can unlock a door over here. The master key comes in useful later as well, and in a lot of ways it lets you skip out the horrible, absolutely dreadful descent into Blighttown from the long way. Like, even to this day, being able to do this game pretty well, I fucking hate that place. Like, I don't mind Blighttown. Blighttown's fine. I don't care too much. Going this way, that's the way into Blighttown, by the way. That's fine, but going the other way is fucking horrible. Die so many times, even now. And, like, well, not so much dying so often, it's just the stress that you know there is a high chance you're going to die. I think the last time I did that was when I was doing a Dark Souls drinking game. I didn't get both. Oh, there we go. It took a while for him to wake up. And he's going to snap. Oh, no. He did the other thing. So I managed to completely avoid getting hit there, and only he snaps at you there, and I die for the second one. Keeping Blighttown the short way is one of the biggest mistakes people make in the game, in my opinion. There is a lot of items the other way, but, like, are many of them that useful? I'm just running this way because I know there's a humanity in the cave here. Whoa, that hurt. So I might as well get it, because I full well expected to die to that dragon. Yeah, I wasn't getting out of there. I could have also gone for the red tier stone ring. Very, very possible to go up there. But I don't. The red tier stone ring really is not worth the time. I mean, for a lot of this game, there's so many like items that you just don't need. The red and blue tier stone rings are definitely examples of that. I will pick up the blue tier stone ring because it's there and it's very easy to get to. And I might as well equip it, because it can save you at this point of the game every so often, but that shit soon goes goodbye. So you have some options now. That is basically the suicide run. The one you want to go for is that shield and sword. Mainly the shield. The sword is very good if you're doing a faith build, because at this point of the game, if you're on faith and you've got that, you could even go kill I forget his name now. The guy in the catacombs. Oh, totally forgot his name. Lets you get the right of rekindling, so you can kindle bonfires up to 20. And if you are a faith build, you could literally do that right now, because the only difficult part of the skeletons at this point of the game is they are hard to kill with starting weapons. But if you take your time and patience, it's fine. But running through at this point in the game, I wouldn't recommend. What am I doing? You could run on to Blighttown, and if I'm a sorcerer, normally I will go do that run right now, because you get the tin catalyst up that way, and the crimson armor is actually really good at this point in the game. I might go do it anyway just to show people, but the very next important suicide run that I like to do anyway, it's not important, you don't have to do this one, but it's not in any way difficult getting this item, so I don't see why not. Unless obviously you're trying to do some no death playthrough, then this place is not the best place to be going. Now you just want to run straight forward here. You're going to get knocked slightly to the left and right, right then left actually then. Was it? I don't know, I wasn't paying enough attention. It is possible to get out of here, and I think I've managed it. But if you run in a straight line, those two ghosts knocking you slightly to the side aren't actually going to knock you off, so don't worry about that. Yato Katana, if you're purposely trying to do like a Dex Katana playthrough, then yeah, I would recommend going for that, but I'm thinking Dex right now, and for the most part I just use the Yukushi Katana. I'm not that big on the Yato. Eagle Shield. Is that the really low strength requirement Great Shield? I think that way I did go on my first playthrough for that shield, I think, because that was my tank playthrough. But I don't know, it's all down to preference. If you really like the Eagle Shield, you really like the Eagle Shield. Wonder set, Falcon Ninja set, Whip, Power Within. Power Within is probably the only reason I see to go that way. But even like, yeah, like I say, it's down to preference. Everyone has their own way of wanting to do things. Now I'm gonna try and do the run down to Blighttown. This run is like the hardest suicide run ever, just because of these guys. Like, if they try and hit you, you're pretty fucked. Thankfully, none of them have. They do have one like really quick swing with that hammer, club. Sorry, and if they do that, it usually nicks you in the back, and it's pretty much gonna knock you down. You could survive one, but getting knocked back is the problem. A lot of the time, it's just going to get a kill. But luckily, I was like, when they roar at you, that is like the best opportunity ever for you. Whoop, he's following me. Ooh. Now I'm going to try. This is where the Crimson set is. If you're a sorcerer, this suicide run is very much worth it. It looks like you're going to fall off there, but trust me, if you just hug onto that guy, you'll be fine. I'm basically probably just coming here for the armor, because at this point in the game, that armor is actually really, really good. It's worth just doing the suicide runs at this point in the game. Really, honestly, is. No, I fell off. I always mess it up on the way back. For some reason, like, it's so easy to fall off there. It's ridiculous. Whoop. The only other thing that I would have got from carrying on down there is I would have gone for the Calamity Ring, but it's not that big a deal. So I'm going to switch up shields and armor. The armor is very good, light armor, which is why it's so good at this point in the game. Like, it's rather defensive. I've never like been one for the sticking to the light roll, to be honest. I've never used the Ninja Looper Ring, but if you are wanting to run around dodging shit, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just lost in thought. I would highly recommend it. Now, this shield, the reason you go get it is because it's 100% physical resistance, which means guys aren't going to ping through and do excess damage. Like, the easiest way to play this starting area right now is getting the shield. Just, alright, Mr. Dodgson. There's a guy up there with a firebomb. I'm going to wait for him to throw the firebomb, then load this guy. You can quite easily also go up there, mess up the backstab. That's what I wanted to do the first time. You can very actually go up there, kill the firebomb throwing guy, and then come back down. The guy will not follow you up here. Not him, him. Probably getting it. No, I managed to dodge that fireball. Knock this guy off. This guy will have seen you when you attack the fireball guy. Be careful on this guy. Obviously he's not any tougher than the other guys, but you saw them when he jumps down. The camera goes a bit batshit crazy, and sometimes you can just totally throw yourself off the edge if you're trying to attack him at the same time that happens. Which is why I waited for him to descend the stairs before trying. As I was saying, the easiest way to do this area is just take it steady. Block their attack, they'll ping off your shield and hit them back. Which is why the physical resist shield is just so good at this point in the game. I did not want that to happen. Rat does not do that much damage at this point in the game. If you let him poison him, you are pretty much dead. You just run back to the bonfire, rest, and you do it again, because there is no way you're going to carry on the area like that, and it's not worth the Estus flasks you'd use to like get through it. Without the shield, You want to be basically just dodging as much of their attacks as possible and basically looking for openings, opportunities. There's a pathway down here, some people may not know about. There's not much down here. You get the rubbish though, which later on could be traded in for something that I always forget what it is. It has been a while since I played this game. I guess I probably should have done like a really quick run through beforehand, just to remind myself. But I guess being a bit unawares, and you can knock these two off, the other two you can't. Having the deaths isn't too bad. I mean, everyone's gonna die at this game, no matter how good you get at this game. No matter how good you get at this game, press start button, turn off auto target toggling and camera rest. I've never like messed with the camera options ever. It might be better, but I guess because I'm used to it, I don't really want to like fuck around with it right now. Like, everyone has their own way of playing this game, that's the thing. Everyone likes to do things differently. Like, I have a friend that plays this game. I don't know why I blocked there, that is literally just habit. I have a friend that plays this game, and if he doesn't have the lightest roll so he can roll best as possible, he just can't do the game, he just dies. Just taking everything steady is just like, it's just the easiest way. Like, you can parry pretty much all these guys, but like, everything just pings off the shield. The shields and the master key break at least the starting area very easily. These guys are little pricks. They're just gonna sit around and hide behind the shields and then do that. Use the opportunity to backstab him because he's healing. I pinged off the second guy's shield while trying to attack the first guy. That was kind of my mistake. But if you just kick them and do that, you will probably get them all the way through and kill them. There's a guy waiting to ambush you. And then you have your first merchant around here. I'm not going to go to him just yet because I don't have... Do I have enough souls for stuff? I might do because I picked up the soul items. I forgot to actually go trade in that Firekeeper soul that I went through the effort of getting. Well, that was my bloody mistake there, wasn't it? Only downside to this game, like, the best thing they ever did in Dark Souls 2 is being able to use multiples of these at once. God, does that fucking save you so much effort. Now, certain shit off this guy that you want to be buying. Which is what I'm going to be doing now. I can't remember how much it cost you. I was just basically doing whatever. I think I may have used too many. If you don't intend to kill him, that lets you write messages if you care. Speedrunning these things don't really matter, but for me, I want them. At this point, I will buy wooden arrows. That is probably enough.
Thank you, Carl.
The only thing I didn't manage to get off him was the bow, which I'm going to go buy now. As a lot of people may have known, like, if you've started this game and you've googled how to do like the starting area, you can shoot the tail off the dragon, which is a big major reason to get the bow right now. Do I want more arrows? I might as well just buy 400 gold's worth more of arrows. You can never have too many. I'll probably never buy any again, and I never go above wooden arrow. You don't really care, you don't really need it. So I just want your short bow. I've seen a lot of people buy this chain armor. It's good, but to be honest, like, it's not the best in the world. I'm going to top up a little health, and I'm going to kill this guy. So I'm not getting the Drake Sword, I'm not bothering with it. I'm just going to get the Uchi Katana, which you get by killing this guy. I think it was totally out of range then, I don't even think I needed to roll. It is relatively easy. Obviously his weapon does a fair bit of damage because it is a really good dex weapon. I don't even know if I can use it yet. No, 14-14, that's fine. He drops the orange soapstone, which is why you don't have to buy it if you're going to kill him. I didn't go the other way. The other way has a heavy crossbow. I go there out of habit because I don't know, I in certain ways very much a completionist. I like to just pick up everything I see, even though I skip the long route down to Blighttown, which is a bit hypocritical of me. Key thing there, if you don't know about the game, is if they ping off the shield and you hit him at the right time, you get extra damage. It's the same, basically if they're in an attack animation, like you could dodge their attack, and as long as they're still like in an animation, you'll be doing extra damage to them. Now this jump actually taught me that I had to, woo, I never fucked that up for some reason, turn off the extra frames and smoothing, because for some reason it fucks up your jumps and you only jump half as long. And for ages I was trying to do that jump and just falling short, and I'm like, why the hell can't I make this easy as hell jump? So obviously if you're playing on PC like I am, just you need like the mouse support and stuff, but the extra frames, you don't want to be playing with that, or you're not going to be rolling as far or jumping as far. If you haven't picked up the shield, haven't got the master key, wooden shield is pretty good. Definitely better than the crack shield if you started as a bloody pyromancer like I have. So there's a bonfire here, you can rest at this bonfire. Obviously resting at bonfires makes everything reset. In a sore throat, talking so much. I'm not going to rest at the bonfire because I can't be asked. Simply put, is the only reason. I just... Whoa! I locked onto that guy, but that's fine. Push being idiots and staying nicely in line for me. That long lunge that he does there winds back for ages. Probably very easily parryable, but it's just as easy to get behind him for me, which is how I prefer backstabs to parry in this game. It's just a matter of cause, a matter of preference. See, sometimes I do quick attack, sometimes they're slow. The wind-ups are very, very apparent. Black fire bombs. Do I ever use the black fire bombs anymore? I used to just throw them at the Black Knight. I don't think I even use them anymore. I might be wrong. I might end up using them. So you come one at a time, so I'm just going to kill you. That guy is... Whoa! I ate shit then. Backstabs on this game, unlike Dark Souls 2, give you invincibility. So if you are in the shit and you need to get an out, backstabs are a very good way to do it. See, even like then, like you're always going to fuck up on this game. Always. These are guys that throw fire bombs at you. If you're attacking this guy, that guy behind that pillar is always going to just hit the pillar with his firebomb, so don't fret about him. Being fast enough at killing the first guy means the second guy is not going to have a chance to hit you, so hopefully it always goes as well as that. Doesn't always. Gold pine resin. I will be using 2 of those very shortly, and then never using any again. I have a lot of people that I know that use those gold pine resins against some other bosses later. it's an option because I'm going for Uchigatana, but usually at that point I'm using the Drake Sword just because it's simple. I fucked up my kick then. Even this guy will ping off your shield, so thankfully if he actually swings at you, he's very easy to do the exact same thing. Let him ping off, get behind him, backstab him. It's just like a very simple way to play the game. Okay. Normally I like to, you know, fight them one at a time, but I alerted the second one there by accident. He was doing a slow swing then. No, I knew I had plenty of time to slash away there. Trap here. You probably know about that already. I'm fucking up all these kicks right now. Didn't do a kick when I wanted to do, and accidentally did a kick when I didn't want to. Oh. So that's the first boss, Taurus Demon. Crystal Lizard. Missed him. These little buggers can be a bit of a twat to hit sometimes for certain weapons, which is the only problem. I'm probably going to have to switch to two-hand. There we go. That was just an embarrassment. So, the very first time I played this game, I got told by my friend to go down here. I listened to my friend, foolishly enough, and fucking ate shit and died. This is the first Black Knight you will see in the game. A lot of people fight him down here. I like lowering him back all the way up, having plenty of room to fight him in. He's hooked straight up to me. So I'm going to have to find an opportunity. That wasn't an opportunity to use my gold pine resin. This is where I use my first one. This guy, backstab, rinse and repeat, is basically the strategy I take for him. A lot of people just use different methods. It's just the way I like to do it. Missed the backstab there, but you have plenty of opportunity to try again, thankfully enough. As I'm doing right now, if you noticed, between every hit that he does to me, I'm letting my shield down and then holding it back up again in time for his next swing. This is simply because at this point of the game, your stamina, if you just hold your shield all the way through this fight, is not going to last his combo. He's going to break through that and he's going to hit you, and it's going to fucking hurt. So if you're wanting to fight him like I did, that obviously is just my preference, my way I like to fight him. You need to, in between each swing, let go of your shield, unless you've upped your endurance and nothing but since you started playing, just to be able to get through the entire combo, because obviously when your shield's not raised, your endurance goes back up a lot faster. So it was just like, rather than having it like this in between every one, it was like that, and it just gave me enough. Just gives you enough if it hits you with all three swings to get through and attack back, which is very important, or else you're going to get locked into just running away from him, blocking and constantly not being able to hit him, which can be very frustrating at the start of the game. And in a lot of the ways is one of the reasons people end up not being able to kill him. This is the first boss fight. Two archers up here, if you don't know they're here, can get you on your first playthrough. Always make sure you kill these two fuckers first. You're just going to stand there like a lemon. Apparently you are. Fine, that's fair enough. AI sometimes can be like that. So this is where I'm going to use my second gold pine resin. Most people don't use their first on that Black Knight. It's very possible to kill that Black Knight without using a resin, but because I just don't use them very often later on in the game, I like to use it there just because for most playthroughs of this game I have one left over anyway and I'm just not using it. This guy, very easy to fight without using it again. You can literally just run up here, drop down attacking him, rinse and repeat. I'm not locking onto him, so I'm just going to do it without. There we go. I just like to get the boss fight over and done with. that's going to knock me over, but thankfully the shield still stops any of the damage, even though it sends you flying. Just hugging him. Just hug the guy. Like, stay fixed on him. One of the things that gets people killed most in this game is seeing a boss, the boss hitting them, doing a lot of damage, and then basically panicking, backing off really far away, rolling every time they come near them, and just rolling like away from them constantly. And a lot of the times that can get you hit. Like, weirdly enough, there's a lot of bosses in this game that if you start rolling towards them, you're going to be getting hit less than what you do when you start like backing off full on. Which was one of the reasons, if you've played Dark Souls 2, that I liked the Pursuer. The Pursuer for me, very first time I played Dark Souls 2, was the thing that killed me a lot. You want to keep talking to this guy and just want to keep saying yeah. For the most part, most guys in this game, you just say yes to, and you get the shit you need. One instance, as I can think of, you don't want to say yes. And it's actually a bit of a trap that saying yes actually comes out with a more negative outcome. Safe Striking can be a little bit of a bitch. Like, he's not meant to breathe fire right now. You should be quite safe to go up here and go down here. But that dragon is very fucking temperamental, and sometimes just decides that he wants to breathe fire down there, at which point it fucking sucks. There's not much you can do about it. You want to kick that ladder, because that ladder gives you a shortcut back down here to this bonfire, which is now when I'm going to finally use the fucking thing. So I bought the repair box. You can repair shit now.